Uh-oh, now we're on show. Look, folks, I love doing this and helping people, but I got to admit one thing. I just had to go back inside. I'm nervous. Person like Ashley on the phone, I thought I was a Casanova and I hadn't lost those days. But yes, I'm nervous. Some of you are brand new here. You may not. There could be some brand new people. I got a little Oliabo effect, but you'll get to see Ashley as well. Kind of the quickest overview I've seen of Oliabo.
Oliabo doesn't add artificial fixes. We protect what nature already perfected. From harvest to final product, everything is designed with intention. Food was never meant to be this complicated. Health is supposed to be simple. For thousands of years, the longest living people on Earth didn't count macros or chase trends. They ate real food. They honored the olive tree. And they used olive oil not just as food, but as medicine. Modern processing stripped that power away. Oliabo exists to restore it. This isn't a supplement. It's a return to what actually works.
So I'm going to introduce you here to Ashley Brown. I want you to think about what she has to say. You just saw the intention of the company, Oliabo, but I got a really short little clip. I'm not sure if Ashley remembers this. And this really sums up Ashley, I think, from what I've got to know her since it was last summer, I think, the first time we met online. And
Yep.
but Ashley has this heartfelt intention of her knowledge and her passion. You know, we all age, and she loves to have us get back to that person let's admit these last time, that person we love. You remember this, Ashley? Here we go.
I really just want to tell you my own story.
I wake up every morning, and I actually did this morning.
I wake up in the morning and I catch a glimpse of my reflection in the mirror.
And I say this out loud. Honestly, I say it out loud, and I did it this morning again.
There she is. I remember that face.
And it's nice to see you again. I can't wait for you guys to have these experiences. Honestly, I want testimonials. I need before and after pictures because this is incredible. It's my favorite product. I can't wait to really dive deep into Viso Luxe.
There she is, folks. Ashley Brown in Utah. I got it right up front. I met Ashley on a second call. Ray told me I had to meet two fellas I might know, and I did. And then they told me I had to wait 2 more days to be on another call. So I'm on the call, and there's the boardroom, your original boardroom. And at the end of the boardroom, the far end of the desk, which Gordon used to sit at, was this gorgeous young gal. And he said, "Oh, that's Ashley Brown down there." And my very first thought was, Gordon, why'd you let your daughter get married so young? You don't know this, Ashley. I was looking at the company to see whether I'm going to come and introduce you guys to what Oliabo and how their intention was. I'm thinking, wow, that's a bit of a red flag. And then they were talking to me, and they kept mentioning, oh, look, and Ashley's done this, and she's done this company of her own, this skincare. And I'm thinking, what? She started when she's 8 years old? That can't be right. And then Gordon said, Vice President. You remember what I said? Ashley, will you please come down, move down near the microphone? And
Yep.
I went, what you've done to be vice? I thought he put his 18-year-old as vice president of the company. And you remember what happened when they kept laughing at me every time. And then you finally told me your age. And I don't swear. And I went, holy SH, I went, holy cow. So folks, Ashley Brown, and how about, before we get into Oliabo, you bring a wealth of knowledge and experience to the table. You've known Gordon a long, long time in that filming arena, but certified organic skincare formulator and scent creator. How about you share a little bit of that before we get going?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on this. Any chance I get to talk about ingredients, Oliabo, especially olive oil, I am more than happy to do. So before Oliabo, I am a person who likes learning. I have done so many different jobs. I have so many different passions. One of them being formulations. So before this, I was a scent designer. I'm so interested in scents, how they correlate to memories. And so every product that we create here at Oliabo, I have to make sure, it's good. I want it to smell good. I want everything to just be beautiful for you and, smell good too. So I've known Gordon. I'm sure you guys know who Gordon is. You've probably worked with him in the past and seen him for many years, but I have known Gordon for almost 20 years. We have done, I know his family. We've done a lot of movies together. There's just so much learning going on in this whole time that every couple of years I'm like, this isn't my passion. This isn't my passion. I was a UX designer, not my passion. I what else have I done? I'm a bookkeeper. I'm an accountant. That is not my passion. That is not where I'm meant to be in this life. And then I could not find anything that would help my skin, that would make me hydrated. I live in Utah. Utah is a desert. It is horrible on your skin. I live in downtown Salt Lake. There's so much pollution there that I noticed as soon as I moved there, my skin was breaking out and it was just dry and it just gross. So while I'm living there, I'm thinking, okay, what can I do to help? I tried everything. I've tried Korean skincare. I've tried, honestly, everything. I've asked around, I looked at things, and there was one thing that worked. And obviously you guys could probably put it together, but it was olive oil. It took off my makeup. It didn't make me break out. It was just so hydrating. And so when Gordon came to, who was it at first? Me and Curtis and Joe, and said, I have this idea. I want to start this olive oil company. I was like, I'm in. I only cook with olive oil. I only eat olive oil. I only fry my food with olive oil. I've been to Italy, I don't even know how many times, 10, 15 times, and have learned about olive oil in their culture as well. Learned about all the blue zones in the world and why olive oil is so important. So, so to put it all together, when Gordon did bring it up, I was like, I am in, I have ideas. Are you going to let me run with them? And he goes, absolutely. So that's how all of this kind of came to be. Obviously, I've had a lot of help from the guys. It is so much fun to work with them and learn from them. But yeah, it's been great, and meeting all of you as well. And the puns we make with the olive, all of you, all of us. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of puns.
For you new Ashley is our formulator, vice president of marketing, many titles. We're going to get into Viso Luxe. I know you guys want it. I know you want to look as great as her, because you can tell them your age in a second here. But I remember this flex, and you came up with the idea of this, and it was sort of by accident a little bit with oleocanthal. Oleocanthal is nature's best. Dr. Earl Indell called me 1 month after I spoke to you guys. He got wind, right? He wasn't with the company or anything, but he's a very old, long friend. And he said, Malcolm, Gail was with him on the phone. You have the #1 longevity plant on this planet. You have the #1 anti-aging food in the world. Don't mess it up. And he hung up. And I'm like, what? He's like this old dad to me. He hung up. And then, lo and behold, he's on our advisory board. But you had trouble with pain. You were taking ibuprofen. This is oleocanthal is nature's ibuprofen times 100, 200. And ibuprofen's no good for your kidneys, no good for your liver, really hard on your small intestine.
So I have a lot of time to be obsessed with olive oil. But no, so what had happened is I mean, it's very similar to this. But I have a herniated disc. It was so painful. I couldn't lift my arms up. I couldn't stand, I couldn't sit, I couldn't do anything without I was taking 6 ibuprofens a day. And all of a sudden my kidneys started hurting, and I thought it was my back, started hurting more. My whole family has back issues. So I was sitting with my brother, and I'm thinking, I read the study about oleocanthal being nature's ibuprofen. But to be able to, if I want to consume that amount, it's a lot of olive oil. And I can't physically do that. And they're sitting there, and I was like, thinking, they're like, well, what if you just put on your skin? And I'm thinking, okay, well, it's not going to absorb. How am I going to get it to absorb? And then we discovered a lot of other ingredients that help it absorb deeper into your skin. So it actually does work, and you can localize it to different parts of your body. And that ingredient is squalane. Squalane is olive derived, and it was first found in shark liver. Shark liver oil is where they first found this ingredient in squalane. All the beauty brands used it. I believe now they're not using it anymore, thank goodness. But other companies sometimes source it from sugarcane, but olive oil is basically the best place to source this squalane because it mimics your own natural oils in your body. So it absorbs deeper and enables the oleocanthal to target muscles and joints.
And
so yes, I'm obsessed.
And you called him up and went, I think I found something. And they formulated, Ashley is the one, she won't take any credit for anything, but Ashley is the formulator. That's why Gordon always has it to do that. I'm going to share the screen for a second because we're going to move on to Ashley. You saw her, that there she is, right? The little clip I played. So Trish, gal, you didn't know you're going to be on. But Trish Hunt, really good friend of mine, lives just north of Sydney on a nice beach suburb up at Gosford. And Trish, here she is before. Like, she was on Prima, yes. And she had Flex. Ashley, I know you tell me you can't. My Viso Luxe is on the way. We're open in the Philippines now to get Viso Luxe. But yeah, I can't, but I put it on my face. I'm very vain. But folks, what we're about to introduce to you without any medical claim, the difference there is just outstanding with this gal. And she's had one Viso Luxe lasted 3 weeks. She's very lightly used of it. And she puts it in her fingers and rubs on her face. But that's what we're about to introduce to you here with our product of Viso Luxe. That's kind of what this whole call's about. You want me to play, do you know the chapter 3? You want me to play chapter 3 first?
Yeah, that would be great. And then introduce them to it, and I'll play off of that.
Like Gordon on this program. Here we go. Just have a listen for you folks that are not so sure about Viso Luxe. There's chapter 1, chapter 2.
At the heart of the formula is squalane, a lightweight olive-derived lipid known to support hydration and softness. It helps skin to feel smooth, balanced, and beautifully moisturized. The olive fruit oil provides nourishing lipids derived from olives. This ingredient helps support the skin's natural balance and skin conditioning. Olive leaf extract contributes naturally occurring polyphenols. These compounds are well known for their antioxidant capabilities. Bakuchiol is a plant-derived retinol alternative, widely recognized for helping improve the appearance of fine lines and skin texture. It helps skin appear smoother and more refined. Viso Luxe also features a precision rollerball applicator. This allows the serum to glide effortlessly across the skin for a smooth, controlled application. Once applied, massage gently in an upward motion into your skin. This turns your skincare routine into a simple, relaxing, daily ritual. With consistent use, many people notice skin that looks smoother, softer, and more refined. Fine lines may appear softer and less noticeable. You may also see a complexion that looks brighter and more radiant. Skin tone can appear more even and beautifully balanced. Most importantly, skin feels nourished, healthy, and comfortable. Using Viso Luxe couldn't be easier. Step 1. Cleanse. Simply cleanse the face and gently pat the skin dry. Glide Viso Luxe across the face, focusing on areas where skin may show fine lines, dullness, or uneven skin tone. Massage gently in an upward motion until the serum blends into the skin. In just moments, your skin looks smooth, radiant, and beautifully hydrated. Viso Luxe was created to simplify skincare without sacrificing performance.
We're back live, folks. Okay, Ashley, I just kind of gave you that prompt with squalene and everything that went into Viso Luxe because, look, don't forget, right up front, from the inside out, I have an old camera, but an AI program took over and it zooms in on its own. Here we go. Prima, from the inside out, 99% of what we've got in your Flex and your Viso Luxe is here. So from the inside of your body, working on out at the same time. Then for, that, I got to get rid of this ache and pain. I got to help with that right away. But then I know a couple companies that absolutely crushed it around the world. Why? Because when you walk into a department store, the very first thing you see, I don't care what country, I've lived in so many different countries. What is it? Not one counter. It's like 25% of the floor space of the ground floor because people love beauty, radiance. So, Ashley, talk a little bit about all the bits and pieces that came together, Bakuchio, things that people maybe are not familiar with.
Yes, this is my favorite thing to talk about, actually. So when creating Viso Luxe, I looked at a few different things that I really, really wanted in there. The first one is our high phenolic olive oil. This olive oil is the same one that I'm using in Flex. So what it does is it hydrates your skin. It has so many polyphenols that help protect your skin, including the oleocanthal. So what oleocanthal does is oh my gosh, is an anti-inflammatory. It's basically targeting the same pathways as ibuprofen. There's a study done on this. So when you wake up and your skin is puffy, that's what we're trying to help. We're trying to target those fine lines, those deep set wrinkles as well. But my favorite ingredient in this is the olive leaf extract. So what the olive leaf extract does is it targets your collagen. So this is collagen 4. And if you think about, this is your skin barrier, okay? This is where your collagen sits. Collagen 4 is right here, and it has to do with your facial skin sagging and deep set lines and wrinkles. So with this in there, this is what we're trying to help because as you age, this is something that happens to your skin, and we want to be able to bring that back. And people have been using this for centuries, but now we actually have the science behind it to back all of this research. So it's really fun. It's really exciting to be able to have that. What it also does help is with dryness. So every winter I've lived in Utah for the past 20 years, my eyelids will be so dry, and it ages me. It doesn't look good. I don't look hydrated. I look sick the entire winter here. This is the first winter that I have not had that. This is the first winter that my face feels hydrated. I didn't have to worry about putting Vaseline or something I don't want on my skin just to protect it. I didn't even see any dry skin, honestly, just by using Viso Luxe this entire winter. What I usually do with it too is I know places on my face that are susceptible to dryness, where my wrinkles are. I mean, we all do. We all see lines. We look at ourselves and we're like, well, that wasn't there yesterday. Why? What happened? And instead of looking in the mirror and thinking that, now I'm like, oh my goodness, my skin is hydrated. I don't have these lines right here that I, maybe used to have. So it's just really exciting. So also, I'm going to talk about bakuchiol. Bakuchiol is so interesting, and you'll hear me talk about this over and over and over again because I needed to put this in here. So what bakuchiol is a natural retinol. It's very comparable to retinol, except you get to wear this all day. You don't have to worry about going out in the sun and it burning your skin, because with retinol, they'll need to put, a little thing on the box that says you need to wear sunscreen with it because the sun can damage it. So you're only supposed to wear retinol at night. The other thing about retinol is you need to use it specifically. A lot of people, they hear the word retinol, they're like, oh man, I want my skin to look, get rid of the discoloration. I want new skin, and honestly, it does work if you're using it properly, if you're not worrying about sun damage, but it does thin the skin as well. With bakuchiol, you don't have to worry about any of those things. It doesn't tear down your skin to renew it. It just renews your skin while it's on there. It does the same thing as retinol, only you can wear it day, night. I put this on when I go out in the sun. I did a test the other day it's every weekend here has been rainy, and it's the worst. But 2 weekends ago, there was a sunny day, and I'm like, I'm testing this out. I'm making sure I'm putting this all over my face, and I'm going outside. I also did this when I went on a trip, and it did not burn like anything else would have. If I put some luxury oil on my face, it stayed exactly the same, and it wasn't burnt, and it didn't look terrible. So I was so excited about it. But yeah, bakuchiol does help with targeting fine lines and redness. So a lot of people in the office has been using it, and they come back to me and say, my redness in my face is gone. That's the first thing that they notice is the redness, the uneven skin tone. And then it goes on to the facial skin sagging and the deep set lines and wrinkles, which is so exciting because for what is this, $25 product, to be able to get rid of that is or just to be able to see any benefit is the most exciting thing ever. So this has so many good and clean ingredients as well, because this isn't you don't have to worry about having your skin thinned later in life because you're using retinol or some sort of damage. Everything in here has been used for centuries. There's nothing like this out there. So I honestly, when this was being created, it's taken about a year to create because I'm like, I have to find the right ingredients and make sure that it fits perfectly together. So really, really excited about Viso Luxe.
That's important about retinol, what you explained. Trish? Now,
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Doesn't
Trish,
compromise the barrier.
yeah, so let me 1 second, folks. So Trish just put up a little comment. The largest organ in your body, Ashley, is what? Your skin.
Your skin.
And people don't understand what they're putting on their faces is actually going through their body, to their kidneys and to their liver and trying to clean it out. Living in Asia, all the years, 15 years in Thailand, 10 years here, no offense to any of you gals, but they're obsessed with that whitening. 300,000 Chinese women die every year from putting whitening cream, on their body. What you've done is replace what retinol can do. I know women love to use it by using bakuchiol, but I know a lot of people, myself included, I thought, I'm not putting the. How do you get olive oil is oily? And flex put it on. Or how did you get all this olive-based product to not be oily and have that radiant sheen? How'd you do that?
Well, the secret ingredient is squalane. With squalane, it is so, let's see. Viso Luxe is 80% olive derived. No other product can claim this. With squalane being one of the hero ingredients in this. When I first tried it out the formula that we're shipping out, I was like, this is it. This feels so good on my skin. And if I wanted to add a little bit more, it gives me a nice little glow. There's also another ingredient in here that I'm really excited about that I don't talk about a lot, is the mangosteen seed oil. So with that as well, that's kind of what gives you the shine that I'm looking for. It's not shine, it's more of like a radiant glow. I put this on before the Zoom also, because I'm like, okay, I have been working all day. I don't, it's 5 o'clock here. My makeup doesn't look like it should. So I put some on here and here. And I honestly, whenever I do that, I feel like I look refreshed, and it's part of one of the daily things that I do. So yeah, it's squalane. Squalane is how it absorbs deeper into your skin. So yep, squalane is olive derived. We have the olive oil in it as well, and the olive leaf extract, as well as the olive fruit extract. So all of that, plus those other key ingredients that I needed to add in here just to make it, a little better.
I caught that. All of that. How many you got that one? All of that. I remember the very first time Ashley, pardon me, when Ashley introduced before it was on the market, Viso Luxe on the company, you went through, we like skincare. Men, it's becoming a very big thing with men. That's okay, guys. I'm vain. The lifestyle I led, I got to try and head it off at the pass, I'm telling you. But it's always been a routine. So many different products and this and that and confusing. And some of that's a lot to do with marketing to get you upsell you to buy lots more than you actually need. But, at the same time, it does not have to be. And a little bit of marketing for us guys, right? What Ashley has done for us here is put one product and one application. How'd you like to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so I want to go back to when you were talking about men using it. Every man in this office uses it. So when I talked about the dermal epidermal junction and the facial skin sagging, that has to do with your jawline. I'm not a man, I can't speak for you, but when I walked around the office and talked to them, they said, well, yeah, of course I'd want a chiseled jawline. Who wouldn't? And I'm thinking, okay, this is perfect because this helps with facial skin sagging. This is able to help with that if you're using it correctly. So I want to put it out there. This is for men too. It absorbs deeper into your skin, so you're not worried about looking like you have makeup on or that you're glowing all day. All you have to do is rub it in. Some days I get out of the shower and I put it on immediately, and then it disappears because my skin needs it. My skin is so dry and absorbs so quickly. But then other times I will put it over my makeup just to give that little sheen from the mangosteen seed oil. So use it as you'd like, a little or a lot. It depends on what your skin wants. Okay, and back to the question that I already forgot because I got off on the men part.
That's okay. Look, but I'm not going to interrupt you. Ashley's talking about where you live, Ashley, Utah. If you drew a line directly straight north and you hit the Canadian border, is the town I spent 19 years. Right on the corner of southern Alberta, British Columbia. It's a desert, folks, and I was you've got mountains right behind you, 14,000 feet straight out my door, snow, 190 feet of snow each winter. So dry, but humidity next to zero, 90% of the summer, we have less than 1.5 inches of spring, summer, fall, less than 1.5 inches of actual rainfall. so dry. And you're all in Australia there, and you're lovely tropical and your beaches. And but I lived 26 years before I left Australia, and it's exactly the same. Even though you have the humidity, you have that salt, right? You know what happens to your cars, and everything breaks down. It's in the air, and that if you want to heal something, go in the salt water. You guys know that, but also it's really, really hard on you. So it's just as applicable for living in the tropics as it is. And talk about men, you know what made me think of? I'm sure you were on that Zoom, and we had the interview, and the parents interviewed their son. And he was a budding NHL hockey coming up, the NHL hockey. I hung around all that. I had with the hockey players. I had a big, and that was the one thing they always talked to me about, because on the ice and all that equipment and all that sweat, their skin, they just suffer. So we were thought those boys and his mate, they're going to talk about Prima and the energy and the injury recovery, and the flex would be helping them with their aches and pains. And they didn't bring it up once. What'd they talk about? This.
Yeah, their skin. Yeah, because that's what you're worried about. That's what is a key sign of how you look healthy as well. Because if you think about, if you have a cold, it's internal. It's not, on your skin, but your skin suffers. People can tell when you have a cold. That's how you look. You look a little gray. You don't look good. And sometimes the after effects on your skin from having a cold don't look great. It's dry. Sometimes your skin breaks out. Sometimes you have hives. So your skin is really important for your internal and external nutrition. We had a doctor on the last call saying how important it was to keep your skin hydrated, to keep it healthy, because that is a sign that you are healthy. And your skin is here to protect you. We want to take care of it. We don't want to damage it more than it's already being damaged by oxidative stress, by everything, by radiation, by things we're eating. We want to be able to take care of it. And this is an easy way to take care of your skin.
Yes.
So, yeah.
When we're healthy, we're at ease. And when we become unhealthy, it's pushing up against the ease. In Old Greek, it's called dis-ease, D-I-S, dis-ease, which is where the word disease comes from. And everything to do with unhealthiness is one problem: inflammation. That's it. And I know on one call we had with Joseph up there in, I think it's New Jersey, with his arm. You remember that? And I want
Yes.
to this. Ashley spoke about the science behind inflammation. And the first thing that happens with inflammation is your cells start to over communicate. And that's why you end up with that. Go ahead and tell them.
Yeah. So think about when you're sunburned, or when you get a bruise, or when you cut yourself, what happens? You swell up. So that's inflammation. That's a first sign of inflammation and what's happening to your body. As your body ages, your cells stop communicating like they used to with each other. So when you're young and you get a cut, it heals over. You might have a scar. That's it. When you're older and you get a cut, sometimes you're like, okay, stop bleeding. Okay, bruise, go away. How do I get this to behave and work faster? I noticed this, and I'm shocked on how long it takes for bruises to heal. But what we have found out and researched is that if you can help with the inflammation and start and help your cells to communicate better with themselves, if you can get rid of the inflammation, the whole healing process moves so much quicker, and you're not stuck with all these bruises, with all of I have been in the sun. I am a sun girl. I don't care. I want to lay out. I enjoy it. It brings me to life. But one of the things I've noticed is a lot of freckles on my arm that were not there 10 years ago. I started putting flex on this arm and not this arm to see the difference. And I don't know if I can say this, but there was a difference. I'll just say that. There was a substantial difference to where I couldn't count how many were on this arm because there were so many, and I could count the few that were left on this arm. What it does is just help to heal your skin, help your cells to communicate better with each other so they can learn again how to heal in the best way possible. So that it is the oleocanthal again, and a lot of the other polyphenols, hydroxytyrosol from the olive leaf. There's just so many that are so helpful in this process.
Yes, Allurapine, Vibascus,
Allurapine. Mhm.
and olive oil. A lot of people think, hey, Oliabo olive oil company, Allurapine, the leaf extract. Can't get that in olive oil. Vibascicide from the pulp of the fruit, because olive is a fruit, and from the seed. Can't get that in olive oil. Hydroxytyrosol, squalane. There's so much more. You see, the olive tree, for you new people, in the groves that we have under commission for Oliabo over in the blue zones in Italy. Now, we've got that clip of Joe and his wife standing next to the tree, and the gentleman that owns the olive grove is, do you know that tree right there next to you is 2,000 years old? Now, how can a tree 2,000 years old, 1,000 years old, 400, 500 years old, still produce fruit? And that's the key. That plant, that tree, had to create longevity properties within itself. It had to create anti-aging properties within itself and stay in the tree and keep reproducing it. That's what polyphenols and phytonutrients are. It's a living thing just like us. So if we could learn, that's where Oliabo comes in. Ashley is our formulator, doing all of her studies and her knowledge and education to extract that out. That's where Gordon and Joe had that epiphany of all those years of Gabriella, their mom, and all the family in Treviso. I've always wondered, there's those boys, and Tahitian Noni, and then Zango, what a company, and along. I was the opposing Himalayan Goji, who used to look like, wow, those boys are really doing it right. I can imagine that Italian family going, like, it's right here, the olive. You guys come here every year. We talk to you about it every year. And a few years ago, both Gordon and Joe, at the same time, but separately, when they tell their story, they started to wake up. And then when they took a look, they were just astounded at what was in this tree. The only plant that's been able to do this on the planet for thousands of years. I'm sure it's there for a reason. And now Oliabo's done, where we have it from the inside out. It's not, Viso Luxe is not the silver bullet to fix everything. But I'm telling you, it's the fantastic product. And then this, when you got a problem and you need to look after it right away, and then your Viso Luxe. So, that gentleman with his arm, that's, I'd like to show this, but we're on a public, so I better not. We'll get in trouble. That's amazing. Our gals, and what you've seen with the people and what you did with those women you tested Viso Luxe on before you released it, the before and after. So, Ashley, I don't want to keep everybody a very long time. I'd like you, whatever you'd like, we didn't cover here that you'd like to talk. You don't have to talk about, but I heard a rumor that you moved your whole operation over from where you were to be in the same vicinity and building where they are. Is that correct?
My mini lab.
Mini lab and all of that. Is that right?
So my mini lab and that's where I go to formulate things. But I do have some things here that I will bring to the office and have them test, because yeah, it's so fun. I love all of them here, but also I have my ingredients that I am super excited about, that I'm like, I don't want you guys to know until I give you the actual product. But yeah, we move around all this stuff a lot, so it's super fun. Also, I'm not making things for my mini lab. That's where I come up with my ideas. Just want to put it out there. We have a real lab that we use, and that helps create the products that we're super involved with. So it's actually really fun.
I can't wait for my order as well. I got to give a shout out to Ray. He made it possible for Viso Luxe to be on the way for me, because I'm obsessed with trying to ward off. I'm just shy of 70, and I'm a sportsman. I love my life, but I just cannot stop that march of age. And and it began with taking this and getting up and not taking those 35, 40 steps. If you've had as many knee operations and broken legs and ankles, and you guys that know me, you know what I've done to myself. And 40 steps of excruciating and hobbling and with my kids, and they're like, Dad, because I have 2 daughters and I've had a family, Dad, come on, like they're watching me. I don't want to try and go downstairs, all sorts of things. And then all of a sudden noticing flexibility, how good my life was. It turned around. I haven't been able to make a fist like that I lost this finger. It was sewed back on and it works great. I haven't been able to do that in years, like waiting for my kids to come around the corner so I could can you help me get the top off the milk? And making an excuse. Dad's fingers are just too big, when they hurt too much. So,
My goodness.
Life has changed. And then we got this. And now you have something to take to the world, because people will. And the brilliance of their Viso Luxe and the brilliance of their marketing, $29. That's a price point for one reason. Psychologically, people go, if it's 27 one-time purchase. Why? Because at 29 mark, that's where people go, it's okay, I'll just get that. And because it's so great, what's going to happen? They get it, they use it, and they're going to go straight back and buy the pack of 4. So, this gentleman that's on the screen now, if yours switched over, is Ray Heron, the master distributor of Oliabo. And that's the background of his home in Michigan. And when we very, very first started, for you folks that don't know this, before we started just formulating the idea, and Gordon and Ashley and Joe and Curtis had allowed, 5, 6, 7 people to have a little vial. Wasn't in a pill, you did a little vial. And all that decking you see, and that's probably only a tenth of what Ray has at his house. It was summer, and he was on his hands and knees, what he says, brushing. That's Oklahoma speak for painting his deck, because he's fastidious. You can't use a roller. And I'd be like, what are you doing? He goes, you wouldn't believe it. I'm down on my knees now. I'm through 8 gallons of this stuff already doing it. His life changed. So, folks, Ashley's here. Ashley, I thank you so much, my dear. I mean, you folks, you got to be so appreciative of what she's done to put a big interruption in her life and come on board and do what we're doing here to bring you youth and health and wellness and everything. And then Ray, he's had 40 years experience, and he said, I just cannot let this pass it up. So why don't you help close this out, Ray?
Thank you, Malcolm. You always do such a great job. And Ashley, you're amazing. We're fortunate to have you, and always enjoy your enthusiasm for the products here that you put together for us. They are wonderful products. And I think about it, Malcolm, you're talking about in the major department stores, the Macy's and the like, and the fragrances and the skincare items. I mean, you're not going to go in there and walk out with less than probably several $100s if you want to buy some good skincare. It's just going to happen. And we have a product here called Viso Luxe, and Ashley hadn't talked about it, and I'm not going to ask her to talk about it, but we have some additional products that I think will come to us in the future. I'll just put it that way. But right now, it's amazing. For $100, you can get 4 bottles. Probably you'll use a couple of them during the month, and you've got a couple of them to share. If you share this with people, and Malcolm's right, when they find out they can order it for under $30, they'll buy a bottle. And when they see the results, they'll buy 4. And all of a sudden, you've got a happy customer and a potential business builder. It's rather amazing. I've said this so many times, folks. It's the 3 things that really matter. If you want to own your own business in this industry, it's 3 things. Number 1, it's the company. It's got to be right. If that's not right, you can have the greatest products in the world, doesn't matter. But the products are important. But you got to have the right company first, and you got to have the right products. We got those. And number three, you have to have a good compensation plan. I'm a little bit prejudiced, but I think we have the best that I've ever seen in my 41-year career of doing this. It's such a fabulous opportunity, Oliabo. Everybody, I'm going to ask Malcolm to tell you how you can go and find a recording of what's taken place here tonight. Ashley's message is so good. So good. Honestly, it means getting in the game. If you don't stand out, you can't stand up, you know. For heaven's sakes, please go. Malcolm's about to tell you where to get this. He'll have it up here shortly. He's so efficient, and I want you to get this. Every one of you. Here's my challenge: get it to the person that all the people that you have personally introduced Oliabo to, whether customers or affiliates, doesn't matter. If everybody will do that simple duplication process, we can get this message out to thousands. And you know what? Technology is so smooth, we can do it by tomorrow. By this time tomorrow, we can have thousands of people listening to what Ashley had to say tonight. And if you've told yourself you want to build a business here, I'm telling you what, these kind of moments, they're golden. Don't miss them. And tell your friends, hey, don't miss these Zooms. Malcolm's on. Malcolm and I, mostly Malcolm, does such a great job. Twice a week, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, Sunday night, 8 o'clock. By all means, bring people here. He's a fun guy to listen to, very smart, love his enthusiasm, and those are real major ingredients for success in our industry. So please don't miss out. Ashley, thank you so very much. Malcolm, thank you. If you'll tell people where they can go to get a copy of this a little later.
Yeah,
great.
sure. I just popped it in the chat, the link. It's a Facebook group, also my YouTube channel, but Surfing Life, filling your toolbox for success. That's what I've done. I've had a corporation called SurfingLife for 20 plus years. That's my lifestyle, SurfingLife. So I put the link in the chat there. Click on it. If I don't know you or you're not a friend of somebody, just ask to join. We pop you in. It's not one where we're like, oh, hi, Mary, welcome. And that. It's not that. It's just a straight information. The guides part of it. There are 12 guides, I think now. There's everything that you need to know about Oliabo and or all of Ray's nuggets. The end of every call, these little nuggets, they all get separated and put out there. Training, motivation, but there's everything, every question. It's a place you become a traffic cop. Hey, what is the ingredients in Viso Luxe? Great question. See, if you tend to tell someone, folks, they tend to disbelieve you. But if they go find it for themselves, you have a great question. I could tell you, but that's not duplicatable. Go here, look at this. Go here, watch that. So in that same Facebook group page, you'll find if you click on any of the clips, you'll automatically see the YouTube channel. I think there's probably 300 and something YouTube clips to do with Oliabo, and they're in 4 separate playlists. Oliabo itself, testimonies and scientific studies, another one. Back office and everything you need to do with that, and then every one of the Zooms. Oliabo's got everything, but then the other 3 are broken up. So we put it in a toolbox. Why are we doing this for each and every single person? Because we're one unique company with Oliabo. We want to get you to Premio. I know we're getting away from our product, but why do we want to get you to Premio? One, you could probably have a cold, whatever juice it is they drink in Italy, sitting with Ashley next to a canal in Venice. You know what else we want to get? Hey, who's going to Italy? You know why else we want to get to Premio? Because this is why we're all in it together. A 5% global pool. And Premio is the easiest thing I've ever seen for folks to do. And when you understand $1 billion company, just do the math. Every 90 days, you'll say, I'm going there. And how you get there? Just share the product. We're a product company. People will go, yeah, I want to try that. And then when they do, and because our products work, flat out work, they're that good, then they'll say, I could probably have a business with this. So that's it. And you could have a lifestyle like Ray, home in Venice Beach, Florida. He just drove up to. And he went to the lodge first, and then he went down to his house. And I'm not even going to tell him the vehicles he drove in. Well, I'll tell you this. He left his Porsche Cayenne down in Florida because He loves his new Maserati so much he had to drive up there in that. So yeah, it's not about flashy cars and home. It's about getting your life back.
It
Take
is.
Wait, get rid of that debt and get this back. Feel great again. I've never felt I'm just shy of 70. I feel like I'm 30, really. Ashley, look, nobody, all you brand new people, you think Ashley's there's our living testimony for all of it. For this, for the Viso Luxe, and for the Flex. For that Viso Luxe, she's been using that style of product. Ashley's not 20 or 21. Did you have your 41st birthday yet?
Not yet. It's coming though, and it's my Don't remind me.
There, folks, that's the testimony right there. This is what you got to look forward to. So thank you very much, all you Aussies. I want to thank you taking time. I know what Saturday morning's like in Australia. It's big. It's getting to the end. You're going to the beach and surfing season. I know the surf's pumping down there. All those things. You guys, Friday night, I know you would have been at well, if you're in Ashley's town, you probably went to, I think Applebee's about the only exciting thing in Salt Lake.
Hey, it's a great place. Salt Lake City is a great place.
Beautiful. Yeah, why am I excited? Yesterday I had a big call with Gordon and Kentwood, and the day before I had a call with the whole crew of them. One call with hour and a half with Gordon, and I'm not allowed to say anything, but holy cow, you folks, the heart of these people behind all of this. You see that with Ashley right there. Then and what they've got in store, and the roadmap, and the planning, and the rolling out. What you saw with Oliabo Studio, that's just an eye opener. It's more than that. It's a whole fabric, right, Ashley? You found yourself such a foundation built on the right kind of principles for the right reasons. Go back and look at those early clips of Gordon talking about a great big idea, treating it with love, respect, integrity. That's what you got here. So thank you guys. Watch for the replay out there. Ray, I know you had something very important. Ray took a very important thing and he took the time out to make this. Cheryl, if you're standing next to him, thank you. Love you, dear. And
Welcome. Love you guys too.
Yeah, she's off to the side. She says she loves you too, and you're welcome.
I'm muted. All of you can all say goodbye, and thanks to Ashley and Ray.
Hey, thank you,
Thank you,
everybody, so
guys.
much.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
For your
Good night.
amazingness.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.